the very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chico the Cabia Mapuni, Chineke, and Son of the Winner, Ishala, Nina, and Agoza, Hanson, Nana, Jama, and Yana Farosi, Okonana, all the other then saw no one and you went out of his Tahara to the he's over the sea where lion and you went out young. Be connected and make a difference with your source and you went out of but you know what? They would like you to believe that someone Ekpa is the cause of it. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not. I have come. Look what you do. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what I in 5 years to come. Thank you. The very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chico the Cabia Mapuni, Chineke, and Son of the Winner, Ishala, Nina, and Agoza, Hanson, Nana, Jama, and Yana Farosi, Okonana, all the other then saw no one and you went out of his Tahara to the he's over the sea where lion and you went out young. Be connected and make a difference with your source and you went out of But you know what? They will like you to believe that someone Ekpa is the cause of it. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not. I have come. Look with you. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what happens in 5 years to come. Thank you.
So you keep on supporting evil in the zoo, the more your land will be taken from you. The more your daughters will be raped and abducted, the more your sons will be slaughtered in cold blood. And under one Nigeria, there is nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Because one idiot that they groomed will rise up and say to you, oh no, it's one Nigeria, there is crime everywhere. Haven't you heard about Zamfara? Haven't you heard about Katsina? There is crime everywhere. That is not the case. The crimes you have in the north, the insecurity you have in the north is as a direct consequence of their own actions. They grouped them. Al-Qaeda in the Maghreb, ISIS in West Africa, Boko Haram, Fulani headsmen, bandits, all of them. Who brought them to Nigeria? It's Fulani. Fulani brought them into Nigeria. Everybody brought them in. Why did the government brought them in? Are you people deaf and dumb and stupid? When you come out and you pretend, oh, we are one Nigeria, go and show. Somebody was asking, where is the boundary, where would the boundary of Biafra begin? And I asked the fool, where did the boundary of Nigeria begin? People from Niger come in and go as they like. Most of these idiots are from Niger. They are building a pipeline to Niger. They are building a railway line to Niger. They are building roads to Niger. Whereas where the money comes from, which is Biafra land, we don't have those infrastructure. No, we don't. But you're taking our money. You come to Zombi, you come to Onagi, you come to Ekpa, you come to Aguleri, you come to Ekpa, you take our resources, sell it, get the money, and now you're building a way to Niger, and you want me to be happy with you. Clap for you one Nigeria. One Nigeria. I think you are insane. You come to my land, you take our oil, you take our gas, you take our bumper, you take everything, our VAT, our tax and pay. You are now building a road from Katsina to Niger. Airport to Niger. Refinery to Niger. You take oil from my land, you take it to Niger, you refine it, you bring it back to me as a refined petroleum. And you're telling me that country is viable. You're telling me that Nigeria should be supported. You are in one Nigeria. You are not going anywhere and you're dying every day. Because those that they appointed to speak for you, they gave them money so that they will come out. Pages of the newspaper to give the world the giving impression that everything is okay. When things are go and see the contradictions in it. Nigeria is not working. We are marginalized. And then you come back to say Nigeria is one. You must stay in it. Are you not foolish? These are the useless intellectuals that you have. On one hand, you say Nigeria is not working. You're marginalized. You are being discriminated discriminated against, you're suffering, they're killing you everywhere, and you come back to the same place and say Nigeria must be one. Had Nigerians gotten together to say they want to be part of this useless contraption, that's entirely their business. I'm a Democrat, I'm subscribed to it. But have you asked yourself this question? Why is it that all those asking you to remain in one Nigeria has something to gain from Nigeria, or they have benefited in the past? Nothing more, nothing less. I saw the letter that Ekpa wrote to President Biden. In it, Ekpa said, come and help us fight terrorism in order to ensure that there will be no regional destabilization. That is their game plan at the U.S. State Department for very many years, until we stepped in. They keep trotting out these lies. Once Nigeria breaks up, there will be destabilization in the entire region. I said that because you don't understand African history. Most of these people are not people. When I say it, they say, oh, so I'm insulting them. No, I'm not insulting you. Most of them are people. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. We always go back to our village where we are born, where our umbilical cord, our Lord, where it was buried. That's where we come from. That is why every Christmas, Easter, New Year festival, or August meeting, you see us migrating back to where we come from. And I keep saying these things to Africans, they don't understand it. They don't understand it. Everywhere in Africa, during Christmas, if you like, be in South Africa, if you like, let it be in Kenya, you let it be in Rwanda, everybody from the capital goes to the village. If you go to Accra, the same thing happens. This past Christmas, if you like, go to Cotonou.
From the book of Psalm, chapter 7. And I will pray in English because a lot of people are listening all over the world. I mean, a lot. Millions are listening all over the world. And I want them to follow our proceedings this very evening. Very, very critical, very, very important that we do so. O Lord, my God, the creator of the heavens and the earth, we take refuge in you. Save and deliver us from all that pursue us. Because if you look away from us, they will tear us apart like a lion and rip us to pieces with no one to rescue us. Because the world is against Biafra for no reason. We are hated, we are despised for no discernible reason. Only thee, O Lord God Almighty in heaven, is our Savior, not man. You must come to our rescue because you are our Lord and you are our God. If we have done this, if I have done anything, if there is guilt on my hands, if I have repaid anybody, be it friend or an adversary, with evil or without cause, have done wrong to any man or woman, then let the Fulani Janjaweed pursue and overtake me. Let them trample down my life to the ground and make me sleep in the dust. Arise, O Elohim, Adonai El Shaddai, in your anger, rise up against the rage of the Fulani Janjaweed Caliphate and the Zoological Republic. You will rise and you will fight for your children. You will awake, O Heavenly Father, Lord God Almighty, the creator of the heavens and the earth, the owner of the universe, for you must decree justice. Let your children and all men and of goodwill gather around you while you sit on top of your throne in the highest of the heavens, the habitation that only thee can ever occupy. Only you, O Heavenly Father, will judge the people. You will vindicate me, O Lord, you will vindicate IPOB. you will vindicate your children of Biafra according to our righteousness, according to our integrity. O Most High, bring an end to the violence of the wicked. Bring an end to Fulani Janjaweed violence in our land. Bring an end to their abductions. Bring an end to their kidnappings. Bring an end to their extrajudicial slaughter of the innocent. Bring an end to their forced conversion of Christians into Islam. Bring to an end their mediocrity. Bring to an end their senseless feudal rule. Bring to an end their evil and their deception. Come and secure the righteous, because only you, O God Almighty in heaven, can see in the dark. Only you know the hearts of men. You are our shield. We have nobody. Between 67 and 1970, the whole world ganged up and fought against your children. We did not steal anything from anybody. We did not go after anybody's possession nor inheritance. We were on our own in the land that you gave to our ancestors. They conspired, they connived, they colluded to kill us. Over 5 million people. We are dead at the end of it. You are our shield. We do not trust in any man or in any state. We trust only in thee, because you are God and you always save the upright at heart. Anybody whose heart is clean, O Heavenly Father, to those you do not abandon to their enemies. That is why you cannot abandon IPOB. That is why Biafra can never be abandoned. Because your words are yea and amen. You are God, you're not human. Facebook may have been bought over by Nigeria, and we pray that Twitter will not succumb to their threats and their violence. You are God, and you are not upright and a just judge. But you are also a God that displays his wrath every blessed day. If Fulani Janjaweed do not relent in what they are doing, if the Fulani Caliphate continues to pursue this scorched earth policy of abductions and murder and mayhem, then you, O Lord God in heaven, you will sharpen your sword, you will bend and string your bow, you will prepare your deadly weapons, you will make ready your flaming arrows. Whoever is pregnant with evil conceives trouble and gives birth to disillusionment. That is what is happening in the zoo called Nigeria. Nigeria is pregnant with evil because it conceived trouble and it has now given birth to disillusionment. All the holes that the Fulani Janjaweed are digging for us into that pit, they are falling into one after the other. The trouble that they have caused will always rebound on them. Their violence will come down on their own heads. O Heavenly Father, for we shall give thee thanks always, all the days of our lives, because only thee is righteous. We shall sing songs of praise unto your holy name, O Most High. For as long as there is a child on this earth of Biafran descent and heritage, O Heavenly Father, we shall worship your name and your name alone, now and forevermore, we pray. He said, that was our prayer this evening. We are now going to proceed without further hesitation to bring to you the gospel which I have been mandated by heaven to preach to the children of men. Do you know it's becoming very, very clear now for everybody? It is becoming apparent to even the British that control the zoo that the Fulani rule of Nigeria is a complete and shambolic failure. Are you aware of that? Let me tell you what they have done to all of you that you do not understand. They have squandered the resources of Nigeria so much that hyperinflation is coming. You think that $1 to 500 naira is bad? No, it's going to hit up to 2,000 very soon. As I'm speaking, write it down. Do you know why? Because some of you are very poor students of economics. They have printed money. Fulani have rendered the treasury useless. They are now printing money. Ask them, where is the money of every budget that they have ever made since 2015? Where is the money? Only railway being built by a mage, with loans from China. So that means that even the proceeds from oil cannot even pay salaries. That is why they went and they minted. They went to the people printing money at a CBN. That is how foolish Fulani is. That's Fulani economics. To print 60 billion naira as alleged or as stipulated or stated by Obaseki, Governor Obaseki of Edo State. They are minting money. Do you know what that means in real terms? Life is going to become more difficult. Because some of you, as I said earlier, do not understand how economics work. You have no idea how it works. Everything, every currency, every money you're minting or printing needs to have a value. Or else, hyperinflation will set in. And once hyperinflation sets in, all of you are gone. You are all gone as you are finished. You are absolutely finished. Poverty will become deepened. And you know the funniest thing is that the people that put that idiot, the dead Buhari in power in 2015, they knew the idiot's record. They know he could not have performed. Everybody knows. In 1983, he was an economic disaster. Everybody knew this. Everybody knew. As young as I was then, I knew that this man was, dear me, an impediment to economic growth. The dead Buhari, the late one, not the mask-wearing young bobo that they say flew in from London today. After being chased away from London, or should I say, castigated by Aisha, the idiot came back. Governor Obaseki of Edo State has asked the Fulani federal government of Nigeria to tell the truth about the 60 billion they are printing. You don't think it's going to affect you? No wonder they're planning putting up the price of petrol to, I don't know if it's 500 naira per liter. You don't know what the Fulanis have in store for you. All of you are just dreaming. Talking about one Nigeria. Nigeria. By the time Fulani must have been done with all of you, in your next world, if you hear even before the landing, you take off. You are about to experience poverty and deprivation. And you know they are very clever. They will keep you busy with 2023. As they came into our land, they have seen that we have managed to secure our land. ESN is doing the job right now in Ebonyi State. In Anambra, we are fighting. In Enugu, we are fighting. Around the Suka corridor, we are fighting every blessed day. They know that ESN, that this IPOB that I lead by the great special grace of Elohim, will not allow them to enter our land, to conquer it. Never. That is why they are thinking, oh, if our army and police have failed so far, why don't we try the politicians? They are very stupid. They love money so much. Let us try them. That is what they have done. And they have failed woefully and completely. Because we are not going to allow them not 1 single inch of our land. It's not possible. We are not going to concede. Not 1 inch of our land will go to them. In the same place where Dave Umahi was shooting off his mouth, castigating people defending him, defending Ebonyi State. They've never asked us, how many men have you lost in Ebonyi? How much have you spent in terms of arms and equipment to make Ebonyi not to fall to Mietiala, Fulani terrorists? Nobody. But we have in Nigeria somebody who is a minister. His name is Pantami. He said it openly. I'm not a fan of Boko Haram, but I support the Taliban and Al-Qaeda. A minister of state. Britain, no condemnation. You see all those petty journalists that rely on brown envelope, they won't comment or write about this. Never, never. They will never do it. But somebody defending his land, somebody from that same land that he's defending is on television talking rubbish. What does that tell you about such people? What does that tell you about such people? A minister. My goodness me. Oh dear me. I'm not a fan of Boko Haram, but I support terrorist groups like Taliban and Al-Qaeda. Fulani. And you're in one Nigeria with him. And you think he will not take your land over. Is that what you think? I'm asking all of you. And it is getting worse. I want the governors of the East, those who are planning Biafra and Ebuboke, I want them to listen very carefully to what I have to say this evening. Because their stupidity is getting out of hand. Their idiocy is getting out of hand. All these useless, idiotic governors, their foolishness is getting out of hand. And I want to remind them, including Wike, that there is a place in your so-called zoo that the white man named Nigeria, where things are happening. I have told you about their minister, is it Panatami or Pantami, who is in love with Al-Qaeda and Taliban, but hates Boko Haram. A minister of state in Nigeria. Britain can see it. EU can see it. UN can see it. Everybody can see it. All that. 2023, have you planned? Let's build bridges for 2023. A terror sympathizer is a minister of state in Nigeria. And you're telling me that such a country deserves to survive. Please allow me to understand your line of reasoning. A terrorist. Why have they not designated Fulani bandits a terror group, or Mietiala to be more precise? Why? Ask yourself this question. But they hurriedly proscribed IPOB with the help of these foolish governors. The same people now forming a, should I call it a vigilante group? No logo. Nobody has been employed so far. No arms, no vehicles. They're now saying we'll go back to the House of Assembly to see what they only announced it to try and steal the thunder from ESN. That's all. A show is just what can I put a ruse, more like trying to deflect attention away from ESN. The wonderful work that ESN is doing. Who are the people confronting Fulani terrorists in Delta State? ESN. Who are the people confronting Fulani terrorists in Anambra? ESN. Who are the people confronting Mietiala terror group in Benue? ESN. Who are the people confronting Fulani Janjaweed inside the Ebu? ESN. Every blessed day. Not any of the stupid, hopeless, idiotic, cowardly governors, not any of them. God, they can just come out and talk rubbish on TV against their own people. But they are being slaughtered, they cannot say anything. Judgment is coming. Let me remind Wike what is happening in the zoo up north with Mietiala that came out 2 weeks ago to claim ownership of banditry in Nigeria. They are not doing it in the open. They know they have useless all of you, that you can no longer rise up with one voice to speak because you love money. The First Lady of Zamfara State, Hajia Aisha Bello Muhammad Matawale, has secured appointments of special assistants to Governor Bello Matawale for 20 members of Mietiala terror group in the same one Nigeria. Your governors are busy talking rubbish against their own people. I don't understand them. I do not understand them. I do not understand them. These are the things we are fighting against. These are the things we are fighting. Somebody is telling me on Instagram that Fulanis are in my village right now. Emmanuel Emerole. They will call our hotline and ESM will go. How many of you, how many of you will ever ask us, how many men have you lost in this very battle against terrorists? Oh, some of you have no idea. And they are busy entertaining you with your governors and one idiot who is specialized in building hotels, entertaining you all the time, talking against ESN because they know that ESN, anything that Fulani is against, go and love that very thing. That is what is going to save you. The same trick they're playing on some of you now. Look at Hausa land. I have just mentioned the first lady of Zamfara state. It's a Hajiya Aisha Bello, Fulani. Zamfara does not belong to Fulani people originally. Zamfara is an ancient, they are ancient people, very old. They were the people that told an English cartographer many centuries ago that living across this very plain of Benue is the lost tribe of Israel. The map was put together in Shoreditch in London. For information, it was the Zamfara people. They are old, very ancient people. But their first lady is Fulani that just came a few centuries ago, not even centuries, decades ago. Janjaweed from Senegambia. And they are securing their own people. They know that Miet Yala is the front, Miet Yala is the hitman of the caliphate, using cattle as a disguise. Everybody knows that very well. Who doesn't know that Miet Yala? They are the hitmen. Remember they told us that people killing us and bandits in our forest, they are from Mali and Timbuktu. Have you all forgotten? So you have all forgotten. Anyway, no wonder you're in a zoo. Right now, instead of the so-called governors and the hotel builders to rise up and to say that let us support ESN, they are defending our land. They're saying no, as Hausa people foolishly did before the Fulani swallowed them. Fulani, they are very good at getting you to fight yourself so they can sneak in and take over your land. But I'm very grateful for my Yoruba brethren. They realize they know how they operate. Now they know. Because they have lost a lot to them before. So they know. That is why I know that the Yorubas will do very, very well this time around. The First Lady revealed in his statement, in her statement on Tuesday, speaking on behalf of the state chairman of Mieti Alatero Group, Alhaji Toko Abubakar lauded the First Lady for her efforts in making meaningful change to Fulanis. Is in the news. Miet Yala stood up and said, "Thank you, First Lady, for making meaningful change on the lives of Fulanis, not Nigerians. Useless idiots in the East. I want you to understand what I'm saying very clearly. Fulani, they have come to take over your land. You may not like it, but it's happening. They come. They leave their own problem. Oh. They are concerned about security in the Southeast, security in the South-South. They forget that they have ISIS, they have Al-Qaeda in the Maghreb, they have Boko Haram, they have Fulani headsmen, they have bandits, only them. They will try to advise you on security in your own village. Fulani, how they did this thing to you people, I don't know. But thankfully, they didn't get us now because we are too smart for them. All that rubbish is not going to work. That is why this evening I must make a special mention. I tweeted earlier, and I hope that my tweet wasn't misunderstood. It is now that it is dawning on everybody that IPOB has won the argument. And that is why this Omunchoncho Mwaka are doing court in the village. Because these are the same people who are crying, the same people that SARS will arrest them, cut off their penis, and send to China, and make profit for Basanjo and for the British High Commission in Nigeria. As I told you a few weeks ago, because now sometimes you don't understand what I'm saying. I told you a few weeks ago that SARS was set up to be dealing with organs, human parts. That is their job. And the main financier is Britain. I told you that. You thought I was joking. Now it has blown now. A container load of penis from our side. People should go and check where the children are. In China. From Nigeria in China. From SARS. Obasanjo has a lot to answer for. I'm telling you, that man is evil. Evil. He is doomed for 2 reasons. He will be a slave all his life. Not just to Western intelligence agencies, I won't mention their names. He will be a slave to Fulani forever and ever. I thought Obasanjo was a man of honor, a man who can, at least you stand on your own and speak the truth. He can never speak it. He was one that brought SARS in. But today his people they are doing fantastically well. And I want to commend the Oni of Ife. I want to mention him. I want to mention Ekpa, Gani Adams, and all the freedom fighters in Yoruba land. I want to commend them. I want to commend them for what they're doing. Because you think we have traitors in our land. Yoruba land has the conquer, treachery, the conquer one, the heavy one is there. But these people are moving on with their quest for freedom. And I welcome it. I welcome it. All those years we were fighting and demonstrating, we are being shot to death and all the rest of it. We were paving the way for others to see what we have seen. Today they have seen it. That is why we can't allow idiots, even including your hopeless governors, to win what we are doing. This is the ruler, traditional paramount rule of Yoruba land, Oni of Ife. What did he say? Many Yoruba are now ready for self-determination. Compare that with the Sarakin Fulani of Imo State. Yeah, we don't want Biafra, we want Nigeria. But the restructure, who is going to give you? Fulani will give you restructuring? Are you mad? Are you out of your mind? They can never do it. Fulani will never do it over the dead body, because they understand. If Fulani makes the mistake of 2023 and power leaves them, they are finished. You don't, even if he goes to an imbecile like Tinubu, they know that they've lost it forever and ever. Because in a matter of 2 months, all the things they have done will be unraveled in 2 months. Only 2 months. Probe and inquiries everywhere, they're finished. So they have to hold on to power. And the zoo is gone from there. Many Yorubas are now ready. The Oni of Ife and the Gani Adams. I commend them. I commend them deeply. I commend them. That was why I tweeted earlier today that we are all miscreants now. Everybody is a miscreant now. Because if you believe in self-determination, if you doggedly believe in your right to be free in Nigeria, you are a miscreant, according to them. Zoo. And I'm glad to welcome into the fold of freedom fighters, the Oni of Ife. Of course, Ekpa Adams has been on the front line for a very, very long time. Very long time. I commend them. I commend them. And I say kudos to them, and more especially to IPOB, because you made it possible for people to have the courage to rise up to say, we too would like to be free. It is IPOB. That is why every agent of darkness is doing all they can to see if they can reduce this noble family to nothing, but they cannot succeed. Like carrying Biafran flag to go and rob a bank. So people will say, is this how the Biafran one, is this how it's going to be? You know those idiots that talk rubbish all the time. But instead they're killing us. But Omahi will not speak in condemnation of what his friends are doing. But he will rise up in the morning to speak to a Janjaweed TV station channels to condemn people defending Ebonyi citizens, to condemn our actions. But he will not condemn the actions of the perpetrators. These are the leaders. These are your leaders. These are the people you have. Like we. These are the people that you have. We are fighting battles on multiple fronts. Some of you do not understand. Because a white man understands what Biafra means. That is why if you go to a meeting in New York and you mention Biafra, they all run away. They know, they understand. That is the light of the world. The light of the black race all over the world rests on the shoulders of Biafra. Biafra emerges and the black man is free. Simple as that. Biafra doesn't come, the black man can never. That is why there is this grand conspiracy against Biafra. I went to that experiment today. You know my Facebook page, Nnamdi Kanu Official. I tried to go there to broadcast today for the past 2 months or thereabout. When I started the program, we were close to 4K viewers, so to speak. Now we are at 246. Now ask yourself, what is the interest of Mark Zuckerberg in Biafra? Because he's one of them. People rise up in the morning and they, Lucifer will go, it says Satan will enter into them. Fight against Biafra. Fight against Biafra. And that's it. Because the devil understands that in Biafra rests the light of God. I'm not telling you so we feel better about who we are. In Arochukwu, where our ancients used to worship God, there is a village called Ihechio, where the light of God, where the light of God shines. That is the name of the town. There is no other place in the whole world that has such a name. No other place on this earth. Where the light of God shines upon his children. Ihechio. That is why they will be against us, but they will fail. Because I know who I am. Some of you don't know who you are, but I do. I know who I am. That is why I also commend the youth of Ebonyi State. They called amalgamated Mbiejogu Youth, ANY, for rising up to condemn the attacks happening in many communities over there, where 12 farmers were killed. Umogudagbo community. Hupu, LGA. In Ebonyi State. Channels TV will not carry it. Never. Daily Trust, it's not going to happen. Or Punch, never. Because they want all of you to die off. And the Fulani will come in and take over our land. That's what they want. But as long as we are alive, it's not going to happen. Things are happening in Ebonyi. But the governor is more interested in talking about things that are irrelevant. Absolutely irrelevant. When I want, sometimes I say to people, when we say things here on Radio Biafra, some of you think it is so fantastic, it's so outlandish, it's unbelievable. In fact, it was made up. It cannot happen. Eventually, it comes to pass. Like the idiot wearing a mask. That mask will fall off. Anyway, let me not go too far into that, because some of you are products of the British Empire. You do not know how to reason independently. You always look for validation of whatever you're thinking to come from somebody else. That is the difficulty, and that is the problem that some of you are having. And I do hope and pray that as we go forward, that some of you may be able to develop some semblance of common sense and be able to reason independently for yourselves. When I read about these Chinese authorities seize over 7,200 human penises on a cargo ship from Nigeria, I was astonished. And let me tell you the funniest thing about we black people. Why I always go back to say that the brain of a black person is deformed somehow is this. This type of news, anywhere else in the world, there will be wall-to-wall coverage of this very news. Now ask yourself, for a man to lose his private part, he has to die, isn't it? So in Nigeria, your SARS, so-called police, our police, Nigeria police, this work is difficult, Nigeria police. Your police and your army working in the East, killed because no man, I don't know if many things happen these days anyway, but I know that nobody, at least where we come from, has two penises. There's only one per person. 7,200 men have been killed by the Nigerian government, the police and the army. And I told you before that they will kill you for your human parts. Some of you thought I was joking. Isn't it? But here it is. Here, another justification. There is nothing I can't come on this noble platform to lie to you. I can't do that. 7,200 people killed by the Nigerian government, by the Nigerian state. Not only did they kill them, they were mutilated. Their penises cut off and packaged for the Chinese market. And somebody asked earlier, I don't know what the Chinese people are doing with black people's penis. I don't know what they're doing with it. Can anybody tell me, please? What are they doing with it in China? Is it in the noodles they're going to send back to us? What are they doing with it? 7,200. And I told you, it was under the reign of SARS, formed by Obasanjo, sponsored by the British, because Britain said we are the ones that gave them training. So you train them on how to kill people and cut off their private parts to sell. Because Britain wanted to take over the market of human parts, supplying liver, kidney, pancreas to patients all over the world. That was why Britain sponsored the formation of SARS, Special Anti-Robbery Squad. Go and do your research under Obasanjo. Because Obasanjo is a slave, as I said, of two world-renowned spy organizations. A slave, Obasanjo is a typical African slave, typical quintessential African slave. He cannot reason or defend his own people. They brought in SARS. SARS went into work. And now a cargo, a ship, carrying human penises, men, your young boys, killed 7,200. And you wake up tomorrow and say, one Nigeria, hey, we're in one Nigeria. Let's be in one Nigeria and unite and move forward. Whereas, if you come back home late at night, or if you miss road on the way, you are dead. They will kill you, they will cut off your penis, they will take your liver, they will take your kidney, they will sell it. Why wouldn't they support the constitution of one Nigeria? If their people are sick, they can order kidney or liver from Nigeria. Why bother? Why should you break it? So if you break Nigeria now and everybody's on their own, where are we going to get our liver from? Pancreas, kidney, all these things from where? Lungs to replace smokers, chain smokers that have developed lung cancer in America or in Europe. From you and I, they're waiting. It's like a farm where they harvest. I told all of you during NSAS program, you cannot stop your protest. If you stop, you're finished. And some of you, as they're doing today in Anambra, you abandoned what you're fighting for, started looking for packets of Indomie in a warehouse. Palliative. These black people looking for food. Now you have finished the Indomie. You have finished the spaghetti. You have finished the tin fish. That thing holding you, has it left you? Black people, I'm asking this UG black. After you abandoned SARS protest to go and look for Indomie, that thing holding you, has it abandoned you? The answer is no. You still have the same problem. That is why they can. This is the one they found, though. 7,000 is the one they discovered by mistake. Imagine how many that has gone there. Today, people refer to Obasanjo as an elder statesman. Elder statesman. Whereas this man instituted something that is worse than evil itself. The harvesting of organs of his own citizens. Anyway, in Africa, because we are black, you know, we always love evil. People, some of you will like him because he's evil. You know, we are black now. We love evil very much. This is a confirmation of what I have been saying all along. SARS is not special. They are there to kill young people. Once you're handsome, you're from the East, and you're doing well in Amacha, they'll bring you out from a bus conveying you, and they'll kill you. Nobody's going to ask. Who's going to ask? Because the Britain you're complaining to, Britain, they need fresh liver. They need kidney from young people from our land. When it comes to organ trade and transfer, there is no racism. Because it's a maternal organ. Nobody knows which organ is a white man or a black man. Once the blood type can match, that's the end of the story. They now become, they're no longer racist. They love black once your liver is concerned. And now, once they have taken the inside, some unscrupulous individuals in China will say, oh, please bring us the penis. Bring us the penis. We need it here. And you're in Africa. Shouting one Nigeria. You people are insane. People are mad. Lunatics everywhere. Some of you have, the reason why I preach the way I do is because if you cannot reason, you can never make any progress in life. Reason is what makes you human. Ask yourself, is my child's penis amongst the 7,000 and something that is sent to China? This is from Nigeria. Those people that they killed, they have parents, they have brothers and they have sisters. Even if they don't, they have relatives. The nearly 7,500 penises of young men from Nigeria, so to speak, is in China to service that market. Where is their liver? Where is their kidney? Where are all other vital organs in their bodies? Who got that one? And you never ask yourself, how did this begin? How did it come about? How? Any day you ask yourself that very simple question, how did we get to where we are today? You remember who brought in SARS. You will also remember it is Obasanjo. And you will know the reason why he met Sheikh Gumi, talking about keeping Nigeria one. Do you see the mess you're in? Now, let me put it to you this way. As long as SARS exists in Nigeria, as long as you continue to answer to one Nigeria, it doesn't matter who you are, one day your male child will go missing. And who knows, when you go to China, you'll be eating his penis, you will not know. You know, maybe in wonton soup, you'll be eating his penis, you will not know. That is the result of black man's stupidity and inability to reason. Now that you have seen that almost 8,000 people are missing, young people, instead of you to start asking questions, where are those people? How come body parts of this magnitude got to China? It's our turn, 2023, our chairman, transition chairman, election, politics, until it happens to you. Then your eyes will clear. Why am I saying this about reasoning? Our people, all of you have forgotten that this is not the first time that Southeast governors have floated on a security outfit. You have all forgotten. By this time last year, they floated one as well. Nothing came of it. That one, I'll give you the name in a minute. Some of you, you know. I want some of you who are online now, listening, those with Google, even those listening on radio, go and get your phone, smartphone or tablet or laptop. Connect it to the internet. Ask yourself, did Southeast governors float a security outfit February of 2020? And what is the name? Obunigwe will come out. Have you forgotten? All of you have forgotten. Southeast governors unveil plans for regional security outfit after a prolonged closed-door meeting February 9, 2020. The name was Obunigwe. Now, after 1 year, it's a Bubago. Maybe it to be a giraffe or a rhino. A Bubago. Oh my goodness me. My goodness me. People should stop complaining on Facebook and go to Instagram or join any of the other platforms that I have, please, that we're reaching you with this evening. Go to Instagram, it's there, it's open. They can't stop that one. Obunigwe, it was called. A year ago, they formed Obunigwe. Only 1 year ago. Now we say Bubago. Every year. Why are they? Because what they are not in competition with their mates in the far north of the zoo. They are fighting IPOB and ESN because people listen to us when we speak. They know our people follow our directive. They understand that very well because our people we are the most intelligent race, if not in the whole world, at least in Africa. Our people cannot listen to you unless you have a valid point. They cannot follow you unless they know that you are clean. It's in their nature. That's how they are. It may take them years to begin to listen to you, but you have to prove that you are worthy to be listened to. Because our people listen to what we tell them, to the directives we give to them. That is the reason why every year they unveil a security outfit. Last year it was called Obunigwe. You have forgotten. But it's here. As some will say, the internet never lies. Of course it doesn't.
Following a closed-door meeting held by the Southeast governors at the government house in Enugu, Governor David Nweze Umahi has disclosed their plan to forward a bill to Southeast Houses of Assembly to enact a law to back up the Southeast Region Security Outfit called Ogbunigwe. The same thing they're saying this year. Exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing. Oh my goodness. We are also on YouTube, please. Those of you abroad, you in fact download the app and listen to it. It's a low, should I say, low data usage app. It is. Because Facebook won't allow all of you to listen. Because they're terrified of us. They are terrified of the truth. Did you hear what I said? I said last year they formed Ogbunigwe. And as they were forming the Ogbunigwe, they said, we are forwarding a bill to all the houses to enact a law. The same thing they said 4 days ago. This exactly the same thing they said 4 days ago. It's now last year was Ogbunigwe. Now it's a giraffe. Also. This year. Are these the people you will trust with your lives? I'm asking you. Are these the people, the sort of people you're going to trust with everything that you are as a human being? I believe that the answer is no. I believe it is no. People called it hide and seek, that they are playing hide and seek. This was a year ago. Nation newspaper. Everybody reported it. Following the launching of Amoteku, they now launched their own called Ogbunigwe. What happened to Ogbunigwe? Nobody knows. As they keep announcing, no personnel, nobody, they're not paying anybody, no logo, no livery, no nothing. No ordinary bicycle they don't have. They announced it to steal the thunder of ESN. So people can say, oh, but he's backed up by the law. We have the governors. What happened to Ogbunigwe? Nothing. The same nonsense. The same garbage. Year in, year out. In fact, I'm going to post that on this program. Insecurity. Go and Google it. Insecurity. Southeast governors play hide and seek. Last year. They have come again this year. Because their flying masters have said, why are you there? We are dying in your forest. And I said, so we'll kill you. If we find in the forest, you are dead. Do you know that David Umahi went on air and said that ESN fighting from terrorists and killing them in the bushes, that is a crime. That's what he said, it's a crime. We cannot have them killing cattle and killing these Fulani. There are terrorists in the bushes. If we see you there, you are dead. We told you, we warned you. The same thing with checkpoints on the road. I said I don't want to see any checkpoint anywhere. If you come out to do checkpoint, you will die. I don't want to see any checkpoint anywhere in our land. No checkpoint. Go to Sambisa Forest and establish your checkpoints there if you want. You will die there. You are doing security. Go and take that security to Yobe, to Zamfara, to Gombe. Take the useless security to those places and mount roadblocks there. You think we are joking, or if you do all these things somehow, or if DSS can organize bank robbery, you think because of that somehow we'll stop what we're doing? Hey, it's Biafra, they had, you see how foolish they are? They had Biafran flag with them. And then so what? Don't the devil wear white sometimes? Lunatics everywhere. Lunatics everywhere. They think that we cannot preach this gospel of heaven. But nobody can stop us. If you go to Oprah News, it is there. Published a year ago by Adelaja. Adeoye is there. Southeast Security Outfit Ogbunigwe. They used that Arsenal logo. Arsenal. Last year. Southeastern Security Network. Last year. Is Ogbunigwe. With Arsenal logo. Arsenal Football Club in England. Now, let me read the news for you. The Southeastern Security Network, codenamed Ogbunigwe, has been accused of plagiarism of the popular London football club Arsenal. I hope it's very clear to all of you. Ogbunigwe was launched. Where are they today? Where are they today? I ask all of you.
On Friday, even I think in Kaduna they launched their own as well. It's called Shege Kafasa, which means I dare you in Kaduna. Everybody, we all have our own security in everybody, every hamlet, every state, every street. But you have police and you have army in the zoo. Because the army is more interested in joining terrorists to fight you. That is the thing that people do not understand. And that is what we are fighting. And who knows, maybe one day, some of you will appreciate it. Some of you will understand it. Will understand very clearly what we are doing. And in the fullness of time, you will appreciate IPOB for what it has done in your lives. There was a news I saw, very, very touching, from my good friend, FFK, Fani Kayode. Ganduje made a comment. This is for one Nigeria. It's not to believe in one Nigeria. Let's move our country forward in unity and in progress. Dear me. Somebody is referring to us as minority tribes. You see, let me tell you, I want something to be done tonight, please. And I want Karamonde to do this. I know she does this a lot and does a lot of research for us. Go and bring out that there is a video. A white man, I think now he's dead. And some documents, how Britain rigged the census results in Nigeria. I want it, please. Tonight, I want it everywhere. To let Ganduje understand that Britain may have handed over Nigeria to Fulani people, but did not hand them over the truth. We have the truth. They have the lies. There is nowhere you go in the world where the population in the desert is more than those that occupy the rainforest, or those who live closer to the source of water, which is the sea or river. Go and check anywhere in the world. The population of desert dwellers are always fewer than those that inhabit the rainforest. Everywhere in the world. It's only in the zoo called Nigeria that everything is upside down. That now people who are dwelling in the desert outnumber those who are in the rainforest. What a joke. What a joke. But this, I'm sure these lies, if they keep telling it, maybe Daily Trust and all the Janjaweed newspapers and TV stations like channels, one day you all swallow it hook, line, and sinker and become even more gullible than you were the day before. This is what we are contending with. This is what we are fighting in the zoo. He made all these comments because Fulani see you as their property. You cannot do anything. Britain is backing them. Rome cannot speak. They can slaughter every Christian in the zoo. The Pope will not talk. They can do what. Fact, Anglican Church is the most useless church in the whole world. Even I was taken to Anglican Church. Don't get me wrong. It is the most useless out of all of them. The people that gave us Anglican Church, gave us the Bible today, they are the ones telling us that Fulani must rule us. Fulani must rule us. Maybe people should stop going to Anglican Church. It's the most useless. Go and look, change the name or something. Change it to Biafran Church. Change it to Biafran Church. Don't call it Anglican. Anglican Church means English church. Are you English? You going to Anglican. Are you English? Anglican means English. Are you English? Are you English? I'm asking you. The most useless congregation in the whole world, Anglican Church. Useless to the core. Useless to the core. Oh my goodness. Then he's begging Ganduje to stop making provocative comments. Did the Bible not say, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh? Am I wrong? Or did I get that right? In fact, every Anglican, anywhere you see Anglican church signboard, who paint over the Anglican and write Biafra on it. It's better. Anglican. Are you English? Anglican church. Are you English? I'm asking you. Even in Scotland, they don't have Anglican church. What they have is Presbyterian church or Methodist. In Scotland, they have Anglican church in Scotland. It's called Presbyterian church. Mad people everywhere. Anglican church. My foot. Dara. The zoo belongs to Fulani. They're now saying it openly because they have the backing of Britain. Britain is the big daddy. Anything Britain says, it goes after all. Fulani can kill all of you. And Britain will go and speak to America. You know, that's our colony. You know, we have good relations. Leave us. That was why a man that I revere very much, Mbasili Kameji, came up to say that it's Fulani who introduced injustice and imbalance into Nigeria's governance. They are the ones that brought evil into the governance of the zoo. They will now run back and
I want you to understand the reason why we insisted on the sit at home. I want you, because you know, in fact, I want to give you people expo today. I want to give you expo. There are some things I don't want to say yet. But let me tell you that we have templates to get Biafra. We have templates. So when they tell you, what is your roadmap? We have the roadmap. And let me tell you one of the most important roadmap. One of the most important roadmap of the autopilot IPOB under leadership of Nnamdi Kanu to get Biafra is to unite every genuine agitating group. We have done that. Another roadmap of how to get Biafra, because there are things I will not tell you. But let me just give you some few examples. Another roadmap to get Biafra, when when they're asking you, is to bring what this different group have done. Bring it together. Harmonize it. Push it there. Let me stop here. Because it is called brain game. Okay? Because IPOB cannot do everything by themselves. So there is something they are good. There are something they have other people don't have. There are something other people have that this one don't have. You see the brain there. So everybody is fighting for the same thing. So what do? Bring them together. Harmonize it. So, like I said, there are things I don't want to say. So now let me tell you. The reason why, because we have focus and our eyes is on the ball. So the reason why we insisted on sit at home, civil disobedience, is to make sure we establish the fact that we control Biafra. Are you getting the point? So one step, the most important step, is that the government of Biafra in exile control the territory of Biafra. Very, very important. Or at least control a very significant part of the Biafra territory. And we have proven that. And we continue to prove it through our civil disobedience sit-at-home order. So when we are telling you something, you listen and follow us. So when you see that we started, supporting this particular civil disobedience, sit at home, promoting it, I told you I was, that what we are trying to do is that we are training you for something that is to come. And because the reason why I want to make this thing a little bit open is for those who still think that we are joking, because it is too late now. It is late for this thing not to work out. It is late for you to fight against Biafra rising up and getting independent next day. I am telling you the fact. So if we had, if we had exposed the reason why you must, adhere to this sit at home, the government will do everything like they have been doing. They fought it. They say you are destroying Southeast. They say economy is dying. They say government is this. They say government is that. Oh, stop sit at home. You know why they are fighting the sit at home. The reason why they are fighting sit at home is not because of the economy. They never care for you. It's not because you are dying. They never care for you. These people don't like you. If they like you, they would build a hospital. If Peter Obi like you, Peter Obi will not put money in his bank and let it multiply. P2B would have used Anambra money to build hospital for you. P2B will use Anambra money to build schools for you. P2B will use Anambra money to build infrastructure that will look after your welfare and your well-being. P2B will not put money in the bank to multiply. And the same thing is applicable to everybody. And today, P2B is coming out to tell you the reason you are going to vote him as a Nigeria president is because he used the money meant for the development of Anambra to support his own banking business. And because of your brain is not working, you buy that idea. So let me tell you, my people, for us to activate this Biafra government in exile, and for the government in exile to be recognized somehow, to have, to be recognized internationally, to go into diplomatic move, into treaties, you must have a considerable control over the territory of Biafra. Do you see it? So now, the government in exile being activated from 2 days ago, and we are now in one platform, means that the government in exile controls the Biafra territory. We will call sit at home, they're going to sit at home. We will call for something, it's going to happen. We'll come to have something, is going to happen. That is what I am showing you now, because what you don't know is bigger than you. Oh, God, man, thank you very much. Boza, boza. Very, very soon. Will come out soon. Thank you very much. Because, the level of damage in the brain of people, of these people in Nigeria, is so frightening that sometimes we go overboard. We go outside the line to do something that we don't want to do. But I believe that it has become, this is what I'm doing now. Is not it's not going to pose any threats to what we are doing. So, but I just want to use this to tell you that the time has come. The government in exile on its own don't have, if we begin to talk about it, that, okay, government in exile, for government in exile, do you have influence over Biafra territory? No. Do you have influence over Biafra? No. So now, because of the alliances, we are now one. We have now united. So the influence we, the autopilot and IPOB, have in Biafra land, the Biafra government in exile now have the same control and the same influence, thereby giving the legitimacy for this particular government in exile. So what we are looking at now is to make sure that we set all the arms of the government as it should be, and by next year, bah, we are there. We are not scared of anybody when it comes to this Biafra struggle and the Biafra freedom. Believe me, not even the only person I will be afraid of is God in heaven and myself. As far as this my freedom and the freedom of my people is concerned, I am not scared of anybody. I am saying it today. So in fact, if I can say anything I want to say, and I am not looking at anybody. If you think that what I'm doing is wrong, come and go to Nigeria and leave. So there is nothing.
From inside the prison, because he has no shame. From inside the prison, I gave that idiot 20 million naira. I was in prison. He was so poor, I authorized for him to be given 20 million. Our men went to Iguacha. That same bloated pig went and called DSS to go and arrest my men in Iguacha. And he paid the money to you today. But people have no shame. Did I give you money or not? I was in prison. I organized the meeting in Cotonou, in your house in Cotonou, with our men, my men to go to Cotonou. There are people all over the world to Cotonou to go and see you. At meeting, I asked you, how do we proceed from here? You demanded for 200 million naira. You bloated, dirty, filthy, poor pig. Did you ask me for 200 million or not? I don't talk to you, Chen Nasiebu, anymore. They're all traitors. Did you not talk to him about it? Did I not give you Chen Nasiebu authorization to give you money? How much money have you collected from me? You shameless pig. The con artist. Nnamdi Kanu is the con artist. When you are the one that stole from me, I gave you money for us to do something. You went and called DSS. Yes or no? I'm asking you, true or false? And you're a freedom fighter who is in love with his oppressor. You're in a zoo. You're in a zoo. You're not ashamed of yourself. You're coming out and talking rubbish. I will ask you again. How much money did I give you? Oh, 2016. You said you will organize men. How much did I give you? How much did we give you to support Avengers? When I was in prison, which you ate. Avengers never got the money. And you're here talking rubbish, as always. And when my happiness is that the John Nation know who you are. They know you're a traitor. They warned me. They say you're a traitor. And now I know you are. You see, it's called a double agent. You come against our Biafra. Everybody must be in Biafra. It's a lie. You don't have the liver. You don't. You don't have the discipline. If I want to be like all of you fools, living on the crumbs from the master's table, I'll be a very wealthy man. I don't have any need for it. I didn't take money from Nigeria when I was in prison, when I was in detention. Is the money that Igbo man doesn't have that I can take. Who for Joland has given money like you before? Who? I'm asking you. Con artist, con artist. Con who? Or did you steal from me? Did I give you 20 million or not? From prison, I gave the order. Did I give you money or not? Yes or no will do. You're a fool. A very filthy one at that. Instead of you to defend your stupidity like a reasonable man, if at all you claim you are, you come out and you try to insult me. When I'm the one feeding you. 20 million I gave you. Cash. Yes or no? True or false? If in that, then ask you Uchenna. All you do is inbox. Nnamdi Kanu is a scammer. Nnamdi Kanu is a con artist. Hey, somebody who is alive. Now I'm challenging you live on air. If you're a man, this evening or tomorrow, go and publish who I scammed. Go and publish who I conned. Publish it. Say the person's name. But I am trying to let our people understand what their game is. They are not for Biafra. These are double agents. I know them. One mouth is Biafra, the other one is you. If they are fighting for Biafra, they cannot be in Biafra land. They cannot be in Nigeria. They will either be in prison, in exile, or in the grave. That's how you know a freedom fighter. Ordinary Catalonia, their leader is in exile. In Europe, that is apparently civilized. This idiot is somewhere, drinking Okogoro, talking nonsense, shaking his head like a possessed chicken. Talking rubbish. Trying to malign Nnamdi Kanu. So Igbo men in their natural stupidity will say, oh no, we can't give him money, we don't trust him, I don't know who to give money to. That's why I said go to WIC. I said if a boy is saying Nnamdi Kanu is a con man, is a con artist, but Nnamdi Kanu gave you 20 million cash. to do something? Did you do something? Yes or no? You call DSS for his men. You still have the guts to stand up and be, that means you have no shame. Woko. Hey, freedom fighting, sorry. Because all these people are criminals, they're saying there is no way this man cannot be a criminal like themselves. They don't have a different breed altogether. They don't know that. I am Nnamdi Kanu. I don't do all this nonsense you do. My father was a very rich man, not ostentatious. I had the finest education that his money could afford. We are not poor. Have never been. That is why a poor man cannot be a freedom fighter. If you're not full of yourself, you cannot be a freedom fighter. You cannot go everywhere. You claim you're a warlord in the creek. Somebody's in prison and get you 20 million you took. Believe on that thing you didn't do. And give you money to give to Avengers, you don't give them. Oh, dear me. As I said, the real people died in 1970, not all this chaff you see everywhere now. They want to bring distraction to distract us. All of a sudden, Nnamdi Kanu is a scammer, he's a con artist. And I kept asking myself, but who did we scam? Oh, so you've been fighting for freedom is a scam? The person calling me a con artist was somebody I gave 20 million naira to. In 2 installments. Not the ones I've given them before. Do you see how people, you know, once you become corrupt, once you don't know if you're a militant, a freedom fighter, or a rogue, a double agent, your life becomes messed up. You took money from a con artist. Oh, dear. Ordinary pipeline security, people have no shame. A pipeline security guard. Pipeline for one Alhaji woman from somewhere. He said, I'm a militant. I'm a Delta militant. But yes, oh, RMN. You are an ordinary security guard, guarding the pipeline of the people you claim are your oppressors. Maybe from there you do small kerosene bunkering. You open the pipe and you collect a little bit. And you're a warlord. You collect a little bit of kerosene. You sell. A pipeline security guard. You do all your bunkering. But you still have no shame to take 20 million from me. No shame. No shame. After taking money, you called your Fulani friends in DSS in Iguacha to go and arrest my men. So when we asked, he said, oh, I don't know now. It can no longer go ahead. Did you refund the money? Did you refund the money? Toad, did you refund the money? I started up for a man, you refund me the 20 million I gave you to betray my men. They went to prison because of it. Long detention because you betrayed them. I gave you 20 million naira cash. Return that money to me if you're a man. Return it to me. Because you're a thief. You're a thief. You're talking rubbish. After calling me, you're not calling me a criminal. Can you believe such nonsense? A criminal is not calling somebody as a criminal. Can you believe such rubbish? Huh? You're the one owing me money. You stole from me. Anything I tell you, I give you proof. If Asari is denying that he took money from me, Uche Nasibu is there. He called me and I...
Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. Simon Ekpa is the prime minister of Biafra Republic Government in exile. Know this and know peace. Once you know this, you will know peace. But if you refuse to know this, you will never know peace. I remain the prime minister of the Biafra Republic Government in exile. And as a matter of fact, I remain in charge. And if you don't want me to be in charge, bring Nnamdi Kanu out. Stop all this nonsense of Nnamdi Kanu control Biafra from prison. It doesn't work. It can never work and will never work. We are well-educated people, very sensible people, very smart generation that you cannot deceive. You don't expect Biafra people, as wise as we are, to be led from DSS dungeon. If you are not happy by the fact that Simon Ekpa is now in charge of the Biafra liberation movement, you don't need to start disgracing yourself on social media. If you hate Simon Ekpa's approach to Biafra freedom, bring Nnamdi Kanu out and stop antagonizing what Simon Ekpa is doing in his own way to bring Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu was not your friend in 2021, before 2021. Some of you going to seek advice from him was the one who masterminded his kidnapping from Kenya. And the same man today you are running to for help. If you know that Nnamdi Kanu is now somebody to be listening to, bring him out to stop me. But so long as he continues to be illegally detained at the DSS dungeon, you must come to terms to that reality that Simon Ekpa is not in charge. I will deal with you people. You don't know what you have done to yourself. Freedom fighting is a fight to finish. I have come to end and stop and finish the fight that Ojukwu started over 50 years ago. So all of you that you see Simon Ekpa as an obstacle to whatever nonsense you are doing with Nigeria, believe me, I am just knocking at the door. I have not started. I told you people that the time is coming when you are going to know who Simon Ekpa is. The time is fast approaching. So if you are not happy with the fact that Simon Ekpa is in charge and the new sheriff in town, bring Nnamdi Kanu out to stop me. And if you cannot do that, you will rant and you will keep quiet. You will write to everywhere you want in this life. You will keep quiet. I warned you people from the beginning. This Nnamdi Kanu you kidnap will be the worst mistake Nigeria has ever made. And I warned in the beginning that we are going to make sure that the kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu is very costly and very expensive. My people of Biafra, I am telling you, we are now over $15 billion lost to Nigeria, and we are counting. We are counting. 15 billion lost to the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu, and we are still counting it. By the time we get to September, it will get to 20 billion. I am talking about $20 billion. That is the estimated loss to the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu. Now tell me, not only that, we are crashing the foundation of Nigeria. And God have used you to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu so that you are going to pave way for the quicker action for Biafra liberation. And it is happening. And so, Biafra people, those who are still contemplating on what Simon Ekpa is doing, please do not listen to criminals who collected money to sell Nnamdi Kanu. And those telling you Simon Ekpa should stop using Nnamdi Kanu's name, I want to tell you one thing today. I've been addressing this on Twitter. During the time I was having meeting with Nnamdi Kanu, none of these people were part of the meeting. None of them. Nnamdi Kanu never brought anybody to me. Nnamdi Kanu never introduced anybody in Biafra struggle to me. If anybody has ever participated in the meeting between me and Nnamdi Kanu, the person should come forward. And I take his word. I am working and executing the contract and agreement, verbal agreement I have with Nnamdi Kanu, only between me and him. Nobody else was part of it. And I'm going to fulfill this particular agreement to the best interest of myself, the best interest of Biafra, the best interest of our future, and the best interest of our nation. It is not attached to Nnamdi Kanu. It is attached to the gods of our land and to those who have sacrificed everything in struggle for Biafra. So, this particular agreement, nobody born of woman will come and be in between it. So I want to make it very clear today that the time I was having meeting with Nnamdi Kanu, none of them were part of it. I do not know anybody. He never introduced anybody to me. I have come to finish where he stopped. The code is in my palm, not in the criminals that we have expelled, not in the governors, not in the senators that will soon begin to receive Edwakanono of internal one. We have started it. If you think you can do what you do to other people, this is the end of the road. So Biafra people, tomorrow we are going to have the normal broadcast, and I wish that you are going to enjoy yourself. For the time being, I just come here to give every Biafra a shout out, to thank you for your resoluteness and what you have done during the 2 weeks sit at home. It was a success. For the very first time in the history of the evil entity called Nigeria, we shake the foundation, we shake the very evil foundation to the maximum, and we continue to shake that particular foundation until it is broken, finally. So I want to use this opportunity to appreciate Biafrans for allowing the spirit of Biafra to possess them and staying very strong and very resolute, irrespective of the fact that they are propagating lies and all manner of whatever they are propagating in order to stop the Biafra movement. Today, the people that were proscribed, I want you to know that IPOB, those people you see today and deceived our people to die many years ago, were proscribed by the Nigeria representative within Biafra territory in the southeast, called Southeast Governors, proscribed IPOB for no good reason. And why they have not been unproscribed, they are now calling us criminals. And those who were part of the proscription are celebrating that they are calling us criminals, as if we are criminals. They celebrate criminal. And I want to ask again, I don't know, which one is better? Is it a proscribed terrorist group or is it a criminal group? We are neither of the two. We are not criminals. We are not terrorists. But they proscribe the IPOB. So you see, the people that have not even come out of the proscription are celebrating when they say we are criminals. And they say we are not members of IPOB. We are the government of Biafra in exile, officially. Legitimate official government in exile. And that is the supreme now. If you don't like it, bring Nnamdi Kanu. If you don't like the fact that Biafra Republic government in exile is now supreme, and I want everyone to understand that very soon we will stop using IPOB. Very, very soon we are going to stop using IPOB because IPOB name has been adulterated by evil people. We are going to stop using the name. And if they are not happy with that, they can release Nnamdi Kanu to put things in order. Every strategic we are going to use to show Nigeria that they have fired the wrong shot, we are going to do it. So Biafra people, get ready. When they do too much, when they overdo, we change it for them. We are going to stop using IPOB in due time. And the only legitimate name will be the Biafra government in exile. And under that government in exile, Nnamdi Kanu will be released. And if they are not going to be happy with that, they should release him to come and put back IPOB where it is. You know, I want everybody to understand that the war we are fighting now is not just the war of gun and bullet. It is also war of brain, war of awuche, and we are going to be giving them back to back. We are the one leading this movement, and we know when to fire that shot. We never miss target. So when they do too much, we will change the name completely. And the government in exile will take full charge. By then, if they do anyhow, we will continue to demand them to release Nnamdi Kanu to come and put the things in order. If there's so much love for IPOB that they prescribe, because now they are dragging who is IPOB, who is not IPOB, all of a sudden. All of a sudden, Nigeria government is now telling you Simon Ekpa is not a member of IPOB. All of a sudden, Nigerian newspaper is now carrying the who is a member and who is not a member of IPOB. They are now dragging who is a member. And this is supposed to be a proscribed organization, a proscribed group. All of a sudden, they are embracing them. So we are going to change, and just follow me and know when the time will come to change the name, and we are going to stop mentioning it. Let them enjoy the IPOB they prescribed. The Biafra government has come to stay. We are now government to government, not organization. So I want you to understand. They never expected what is happening now to happen. Everybody is crying. And I want you to understand that the ignorant in the life of some of them are too much. The ignorant is very smelly. And what we know, they don't know it. What we know, they don't know it. I want to use this opportunity to send a message to somebody that I didn't want to, even respond to. But because if you allow ignorant to continue, they will think that they know something. I want to send a message to somebody that is probably going to shock Biafran's people today. Master Prophet in Germany. Master Prophet. Master Prophet, you do not know anything about Biafra. You do struggle. You do not know anything about freedom fighting. Freedom fighting is beyond coming to social media to make speeches and speak Igbo language. Freedom fighting requires people with high intellect, that their brains are hot, and I happen to be one of them. Everything I'm doing today have its purpose and have a reason why I'm doing it. Whatever decision I have taken today is, one, for the best interest of Biafra. Two, is the promise I've given to Nnamdi Kanu. You do not know what I'm doing. Stop attacking and chasing shadow. It's never going to lead you anywhere. Only if you people know the damage you are doing to Nnamdi Kanu, you will be ashamed. There are informations that is available to me which none of you know. Of course, you know some of the people you are trying to defend know it because they are part of the evil plan against Nnamdi Kanu. One is that the code I have, you don't have it. It is the same you, Master Prophet, that said, if Nnamdi Kanu have given that message to you from Simon Ekpa to broadcast on Radio Biafra, you will never deliver the message. So if you have succeeded in killing Simon Ekpa, the time you were making all your concussion and all that, are you going to be proud to advise Simon Ekpa today? No. What you don't know is that I know what I'm doing. And consistency, truth, genuinity is the key. If you had succeeded in eliminating Simon Ekpa, the time you were tying baby and doing all those nonsense on social media, you will not have Simon Ekpa today to advise. But today, because I know what I was doing and you didn't know what you were doing, I was able to defeat the criminals and the enemies of Nnamdi Kanu, and your charm and your juju did not work on me. If it has worked on me, you will not see me today to advise Simon Ekpa. But today, you were able to see me to advise me because I was doing the right thing and you were just wallowing and living in ignorance that I caught up with you and your families. So what you don't know is bigger than you. If you have followed me from day one, I have never deviated from this struggle. And if, like I said, if you have succeeded with the time you were attacking me, doing all those nonsense on social media, are you going to still have Simon Ekpa today to advise? No. You will not have me to advise. And the way I was right, then when you were doing all those things and I continue to do what I'm doing, is the same way I'm right at the end of the day with all this nonsense you are spewing out of your mouth. So I want you to just pipe low, because if you know what I know by now, you will be slapping Kanu Takanu. If you know what I know by now, you will be slapping Aloy Ejimako. You don't know what I know. You don't know. And I don't want to share many things on social media. There are some things I share on social media. There are some things I don't share on social media. I'm not saying you should believe me. I'm not saying you should believe me. But there is nothing that will change me from the path I have followed. Nothing. Because I have seen all of you are fake and fake people. Even the so-called Aloy Ejimako that was, trying to come closer to me, betrayed, including lying against me. You know? So, what I'm trying to say this evening is that you have not seen the best part of me. I am still coming. Nnamdi Kanu order will never be taken from the DSS dungeon. And anybody that is not happy with it should go and bring Nnamdi Kanu out. You see, whatever I am doing today has nothing to do with Nnamdi Kanu. He did not give me the order. And I have made it very clear. We exonerate him from everything we are doing today. That particular thing has been made very clear to the public, including to the Nigerian media. I am fighting on my own, leading the Biafra government in exile, and it has nothing attached to Nnamdi Kanu. The only thing we are doing is that Nnamdi Kanu remained the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, and by the virtue of the recognition given to me by him, I am standing here to fight for his release. And we do everything within our power, everything within and without, to make sure we put Nigeria government in a very tight corner, and they will not have any other option than to release him, either by bail or whatever condition they want to give, but they want to see him out of the dungeon. You people cannot be enjoying your life with your family, and Nnamdi Kanu is wallowing in DSS dungeon. And they will come to you to say, Simon Ekpa is the reason why Nnamdi Kanu is not released. How is Simon Ekpa is the reason? If they are telling you the truth, that what I'm doing should be the reason they should release Nnamdi Kanu to come and stop me. Right? But they will not tell you that. They will tell you somehow, what is the connection between me and Nnamdi Kanu in what we are doing? When I have said it very clear, we are not going to take order from him, which means he is not the one giving the order. So why should you continue to attach Simon Ekpa to Nnamdi Kanu? We have made it very clear. If you so much love Nnamdi Kanu, release him, let him come and stop me. As simple as that. But you don't want to do that. We are going to change it for you. We change everything for you. And it is going to work. By force, by fire. I want to thank you all. This broadcast is going to end here. I want this particular broadcast to go to every cranny of Biafra land. Those people who
come this far. One thing I'm going to ask you, I think it's going to be the last question before I will allow you to rest, because you know you have been on this journey for a very long time and every day on the phone and all that. So I'm going to ask you one last question. The question is this. If, from what I've just read now about the motion for Biafra independence at the UK Parliament,
yes,
the wording is that the Office of the Commonwealth must make sure they use their diplomatic power and ties to compel, though they did not use the word compel, but to compel Nigeria government to organize referendum for a possible freedom of Biafra. And this is exactly what we are all asking. Now, if this did not happen, are you ready to lead us to do anything to get the freedom of Biafra?
yes,
Which I'm going to be number one to follow you.
yes. You think we're going to live like this, like a bunch of animals forever? Of course not. Of course not. It can't, they know it very well that we are coming. And I will come and I'll bring hell with me. They understand it very well. You better give me Biafra now. If they do not give me Biafra now, the zoo, I am making it very clear to the whole world so they understand what I'm saying very clearly. So that by the time that we are gone, history they will remember the deeds of God upon our lives. We have not come for anything else. I don't exist for anything else. It's only for Biafra to come. If you're not going to give me that Biafra, I will destroy everything that I see on my path. I'm being honest with you. There is no other outcome. Forget about all those speaking grammar and that's rubbish. Give us a referendum, as those British MPs tried to do, in keeping with the fact that in England you have people that have soul and conscience. If you have a referendum today and people say foolishly vote to remain in one Nigeria, I will give up. But that's where we're going to, and nothing. You know, You know where we are now. Do you think now we are going to drop our guns now? Is that what you think? Are we going to drop it now? No.
No way.
You must negotiate. And that is going to be a referendum. They understand it. Or else we give them hell. And they know it. If Boko Haram, a bunch of idiots that didn't go to school, can give you a tough time, imagine people who are educated and all over the world. But as you know, with Pharaoh, their ears will be blocked. They'll be doing their janja with some. They will think, oh, we have a Hanese, we have George Obioso, we have the likes of Hope, we shall prevail. But you'll hear their stories soon as well. We're not going back. Oh. We have come to die for what we believe. Thank you very much for having me, Simon. And I said before I speak to them, I also give my conditions, which I know they couldn't meet. It's not possible for them to meet it. And I did it deliberately. I didn't want to speak to them. They sent George Okaro to come to me. First to my parents. My father said no. My mother said no. That where I stand is where they stand, in life or in death. And they came to prison. I was even from DSS dungeon. The promises came. The vice president, anything you want. You have a very beautiful wife, you better go and enjoy her than being in prison.
Wow.
Anything you want. And I said no. That what I want is a referendum to determine if you good people want to be part of the zoo or part of Nigeria, or part of Biafra. Choose one, zoo or Biafra. They said no. And Sibaja tried to make contact. When I came out, I don't know if I've told this story before actually, and Ohaneze hijacked it. I went to see Niawode in his house. We sat down, had lunch together, and I told him what my conditions were to lift the boycott in Anambra State, which they couldn't meet. And I said to Nwodo very simply, go to Abuja and tell these people that these are what our people are asking for. I said to him, go and bring us something. Not for me, for everybody. He went there and started negotiating for a ministerial position for one of the children. I'm telling you what I'm telling you is fact, ask him. Somebody asked him, but you people are being called to Asorok because of Nnamdi Kanu. Why didn't you tell him that you're going to Asorok? He said it is for Igbo leaders. And once the powers that be knew that he hadn't IPOB support, they just gave them 5 million naira for transport and dismissed them. Hadn't Nyawodo remained with me, when the governors called me, I told them the same thing in front of Professor Ben Wabese. They said, oh, but Nwodo, Soludo, Ebremad is upstairs. Do I want them to come? I said, no. Government House Enugu. The former DSS director came with his bags of money in euros, in white sacks to bribe. Ask anybody working in Government House in Enugu. I said, no, I don't want to see them. Not because I want to be the only cock crowing, no. Because of consistency. Can you last? When you're tempted, are you going to succumb? Can you sustain this very effort we're making? So they have come. And I gave them my conditions which they can never meet. Open Warri Seaport, open Iguacha Seaport, open Calabar Seaport. Make Enugu an international airport where we can fly to US and come in at will. Build Iguacha Enugu, Onitsha Enugu Express Road. Complete second Niger Bridge. Are these things difficult?
No.
They are not difficult.
As I'm telling you this, go and ask them in Asorok if your friends there. They have the piece of paper I gave to them. They ran away because some Igbo men were busy gossiping, saying if you allow him, when he finishes fighting Nigeria, he will come here and fight us and kill all of us. That's what they said. And you know one other thing they said? They told every Igbo billionaire around the world that nobody should give me one dime. Ask them that if you give Nnamdi Kanu money, he will go and buy weapons. That nobody should give me anything. I'm going to Gabiga, you won't believe it. That we are here by the grace of Elohim, not by any of our strength, to be honest with you. Any day we are serious, the world will know. How do you want Canada to regard the Biafra referendum or even USA? The people that the ambassador knows are the governors, or maybe Hanese. Did you people not hear that British government went to Biafra land when I was in prison? Oh my goodness. The British High Commissioner was touring everywhere. When they wanted to kill me, went to Obi of Onitsha and asked him, what do we do to Nnamdi Kanu? That one said you can kill him if you want. They went to Atusia. Atusia told them you can never touch him. If you touch him, this person will burn. How many times has the US government been to Enugu? They go to Ohanese. I don't want to say it. They went to Ohanese and the governor. They asked them, what do you want? Oh, leave those rascals, leave them. Miscreants. We want restructuring. What they're asking for is untenable. But the same man said if there is no restructuring, they'll join IPOB to do Biafra, isn't it? Did he complete what he said? No. Is he doing what he said he's going to do? No. And you want me to work with these people?
It's not going to work.
I say, and I'm everything I do, I say it in the open. Not gossip. And those that spoke to Uche, I am going to Chicago to broadcast live to the whole world and tell them they're in trouble. I've told them Nayanya, every time they contributed to IPOB will be announced for the world to hear. Tell them there'll be no hiding place for gossipers, even as much as I'm concerned, because I know what I have committed to this very movement. Not that I'll become Biafra president. No. So that I can take Nnamdi and Nnamdi back to the land of his ancestors. To that same land that Chukwu Kabiyama said, you people must be here. And I'm Mariano. I'm fighting for Biafra that we may be free. Thank you.
I don't know whether they have finished discussing yesterday. Have they finished discussing yesterday? Because I see a lot of them running mad on social media. Simon Ekpa, nobody. Simon Ekpa is this. Simon Ekpa did this. Simon Ekpa did that. I am telling you now, Tina Sanworu, for the last time, if anything happened to any member of our gallant men, I don't need to tell you what will happen. Because I am addressing you officially for the very first time. This is not the first time you threaten our gallant men and they got killed after that. Today, we know how you are positioning the people that are criminals, just like the criminal in Finland, positioning the coordinators and all that to fight, and you are blocking everybody from, like for example now, they have blocked everybody that they should not post my videos. So how could the people who are blindly following criminals in IPOB will listen to this broadcast now and begin to recollect something we have been shouting long time ago? How can they now watch my video to liberate themselves? But one day, they will get tired of being segregated. Segregation. I want you to listen.
And me go my life. Me state I am everywhere. And when I'm going to maintain the nonsense. Onye gbara unu manufacturing. Ọ bụghị anyị nwa gbara unu si n'unu je manufacturing. Injinia, kwa kwara onwe gị ugwu. Na ihe na-agwa gị. Ka ngwakwa gị esi na anọ naanị gị bụ otu esi unu si ebu egbe. Ụkwa ndị ọzọ bụ ya.
You see? Chinasa Nworu is telling and threatening our gallant men that unu feel kwa no nwere no so sunu maka esi ebu egbe. O nwekwa ndị ọzọ maka esi ebu ya. Now we are asking Chinasa Nworu, who are these people? Ndị ọzọ maka esi ebu egbe apart from the ESN. Now they are getting the point. Chinasa Nworu is threatening his own people who put their life on the line. Say, can we know Chinasa Nworu? Who are these people? You can now be the judge. Some people already commenting a bubago. Some people already commenting a bubago. Some people are saying DSS. Of course. Do you need a judge? That is why I have said that any day he threatens somebody in the ESN, they have always get killed by the DSS. So now Chinasa Nworu is threatening our gallant men. You know that direct threat. And you remember the threat. If you did not withdraw this thing you say, you will regret it. That is how this guy have destroyed IPOB. Of course, he can't destroy it because everything happening now is divine. Everything happening now, they are not happy. Only God knows what has possessed them. Only God knows. When you hear them, they say, "Oh, thank God, they did not give Simon Ekpa Radio Biafra. Is this how he has?" Who knows what would have happened? Who knows whether if we have been talking on Radio Biafra and if they have followed the directive of Onyendu, the family will be intact, and who knows what would have happened because we were moving mountain. We were ready to move mountain. But because of already premeditated sellout of our leader, betrayal of our leader, they have planned everything, waiting for our leader to give directive to Simon Ekpa so that I can war Nana, thinking that it is me. Today, you have seen where it is leading them to. Today, you see where, somebody say, no government. Some people are mentioning no government. No government cannot stand our men. No government cannot stand our men. Our men are gallant. So you see, I want you to listen to it.
Stop about that nonsense. I came out on John already because of this ESA.
Did you hear that? He said that Kain Niban Aj Aha Ojo Enyerany already because of this ESN. Chinasa Nworu is telling them that Enyegoha, that they have now that Biafra have bad name because of this ESN. Are you hearing it? Oh my God. Did you just hear what he said? He said that because of ESN, they have bad name. Direct fight against Nnamdi Kanu structure. Direct sabotage. They say that Nnamdi Kanu structure gave them bad name. I want you to listen to it. I didn't say it. Listen.
Stop about that nonsense. Can you give me that on John already? Because of this ESA.
So that they will not say I interrupted it.
Stop about that nonsense. Can you give me that on John already? Because of this ESA.
Did you hear that? Can you give me that already? Because of this ESA. They are fighting the structure of Nnamdi Kanu. Now you see why the council sit at home is a part of the legacy. Now you see why they have come to change the Remembrance Day, the Heroes Day. Now you see why I have been shouting. These people are fighting the structure. These people are fighting the legacy of Nnamdi Kanu, the irate, the illiterate who cannot reason. Oh, we are fighting for this IPOB. We are fighting for IPOB. We want to protect our structure. We want to protect this structure. We want to protect it. We want to protect it. The only person that will do something in IPOB is Nnamdi Kanu. Look at him, he's absent everywhere, Basa. Everywhere with these criminals call themselves in the DOS. The only thing they're after is money. Neneanya is in charge. Neneanya is in charge. Money is going to Neneanya. Everybody is in Neneanya. And why our leader is languishing in DSS custody? Every day they come to Radio Biafra, they have nothing to offer. They cannot tell Biafrans, this is what we are doing for our leader. This is what we are expecting.
For Hausa people, you know, all these years when they were conquering you, Hausa, they said Hausa Fulani, we are Hausa Fulani. But now they feel they have taken you over. Now they feel that they are at the crust of their conquest of Nigeria. They are now floating a radio station, no longer in Hausa language, but in their native Fulani language, Fufude. What does that tell you? As an average Nigerian, I wonder when, maybe there's something in the cow. You know, they have sex with cows and after that they sell it to us and we eat. Maybe that is when they succeed in hypnotizing us. The interviewer was asking for evidence. Let me now give you of heaven, the very oldest language on the face of this very earth.
Because I can say that from what I have just listened from you, it is just not ordinary.
Very wonderful. When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that